This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the NC State Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So Appalachian State's offense will start this game off with the football. And we'll be seeing plenty of Jakari Lewis. The ground game on him to pick up those tough yards and take care of the ball.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Villa. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Lewis. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Right on the money. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Got a little grass. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. The Mountaineers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 2. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll bring it back. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week. And we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Maybe a crease. And he was loose loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. NC State, after that explosive run, might go right back to the well. And he'll be brought down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Under fire. And it's a sack. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. To throw, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the run, it's Scott. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Motion from the back. The play action fake. Throws for the tight end. Tosses it incomplete. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State. The extra point here would tie the game. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's James. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Makes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Mountaineers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Dances away to buy time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Those 3rd downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder. But this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fields. Makes a move. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. With the catch, it's Dozier.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Got his man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Gets it out fast. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Get it out on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Third down play from the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Fitted in the window for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with second and short. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Pulls it in. It's Villa. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Mountaineers will line it up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 8 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's the Badgers looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Hey guys, I caught up with the Wolfpack head coach coming out of the locker room. Listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ball game. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe. They get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Guys, back to you.
Holly? Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Off the play fake. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. High the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Bailey. Pulls it in with one hand.
Who needs 2 hands when you can just stick that one paw up there and reel it in? What a catch by that receiver.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to run for it. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. All alone, he's got it. Brought down at the 10-yard line. And deep pickup after the grab on that one. The Wolfpack picked up that last first down with the completion. Let's see what they do here. From the red zone, it's Goss. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got it on the run, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving. Keeps doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the NC State sideline, one of the storylines that I am keeping track of right now is how is the running back performing?
Oh, he's got some space. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Breaks it down, continues to fight for yards. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. To the air, it's Bailey. Caught. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack. On to attempt the try. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Play is stopped for just a second as they tend to the injured Mountaineer. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Takes the handoff. It's Gauze. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got it behind the line, it's Gauze. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Finds the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! Excellent pass by the back on the option. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Mountaineers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield, it's Singleton. fires to the right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Wants to keep it in the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Makes the catch. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Lets it fly. Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Singleton. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
On the option. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's gone. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Makes a man miss. Finding some room. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Goss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Offense working from the pistol.